All right, and we are back. All right, let's go ahead and get some discussion on what you guys have learned and discovered.
Well, this manifest thing is evidence that he's been lying to us, but it's not exactly evidence that he's actually involved or evil or anything. It's just he wasn't being up and up in the truth.
Well, I'd actually like to show that piece, the second piece of paper, and the information from the first one to Braxon to see whether he can actually come to better conclusions than I did.
Wouldn't we'd all be discussing this together at some kind of inn or tavern or
Yeah,
something.
you've gone back to your to your inn. You're either in your rooms or in your in the common room, depending on what you want.
I'm in the common room drinking.
Common room. Yeah, I'd be drinking as well.
We got a private room before. We should do that if we're going to discuss
we should be
this.
in private room drinking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I said that was 2 gold pieces last time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
It's just a drink, whatever.
So yeah, 2.
Is it for all of us or is that per person?
That's for all of you.
I was going to say that's quite expensive otherwise.
I mean, food is extra, but
yeah.
I'll order some food.
So to speak, because we've been going past days and we haven't been using food.
I think it's part of our cost for staying there.
Yeah.
We pay
So that's how we're doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
room
do
board.
that. I don't need to nickel and dime you over that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's room board.
So we get some food and drink.
But this is extra. So
the drinks are extra then.
drinks are a silver piece if you want ale, mead, that sort of thing.
What's the equivalent of an elven drink or something an elf would go for?
Wine.
That would be a gold.
Oh, how much?
If you want something special, it'd be a gold piece.
No, it's just like a common elven drink.
That would be considered special.
So a gold piece for that.
Yeah.
Really? Elves don't drink anything cheaper.
They do.
They are very haughty and like
it's
special thing for themselves.
It's so to them in an elven city with elven craftsmen and everything like that. Yeah, it's common. On Brawl, which is mostly
uncommon,
humans, it's an imported luxury item. So it's a gold piece. Otherwise, you could just get human ale or mead or something like that.
You know what? I'm going to spend 7 gold pieces on drink and food for everybody. So maybe that'll cover it. Maybe it won't.
I'm happy to chip in. I was just
It's a gold piece for a good meal each for just a fancier
a
fancier meal than you normally get.
Okay, I did gold for everybody.
Sorry about that. Had to mute my mic because my dog started trying to attack each other.
As dogs do.
And a gold worth of drinks for myself.
Okay, so you're getting something fancy.
I'm getting everybody a gold meal.
Yeah.
1 gold piece meal, and then I'm getting myself a gold worth of drink.
Yeah, I'm getting myself a gold worth of drink then.
All right, that's fine.
Screw it. I'll get myself a gold worth of drink because just to calm myself down.
All right, that's fine. So, what do you guys? How do you guys want to proceed? What do you guys want to discuss now? You've got your private room, so no one's going to.
Probably discuss the manifest that we got because that's the only bit of evidence we were able to get from the place.
You do hear some kobolds yapping out back.
I'll also explain what I saw in the room upstairs, and then also the crates and everything that I explored, what they contained and that sort of thing.
All right, Lafdul, at the sound of a safe, your ears perk up.
Oh, safe, you say?
Yeah, and I'll explain, what it looked like. It looked like a combination safe.
Does Asher realize this? How much I like safe places and
I don't know.
Wow. Nope. Higgimus would not be aware.
He just says that out casually. I was like, oh.
Or he might be aware, but he doesn't place it at the time when he's telling you. That's what it's going to be. He knows about your affinity for stuff like that, but he doesn't place like 2 and 2 together at the time.
Ockar was just thinking, wow, this guy really likes safes.
Can Lafdul roll an intelligence check to identify the type of safe?
What?
No.
It's just a
Doesn't-
safe.
Yeah, it's a combination safe. It doesn't work that way.
If he
okay.
knew it was a combination safe and he told me, then that's specific.
Wouldn't a combination
These-
safe have like a keyhole for an override key
These
in case
types
you
of
forget
things
combination?
aren't mass manufactured. They're you go to someone who makes safes and say, I want a combination safe, and they make you a custom combination safe.
What you could say is that I could put 1 and 2 together about the recent lock specialist recently, you know. So they might have a similar one. They might have a default combination.
Maybe, but
I doubt that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
It's not as easy as lifting up the soldier's hat.
Mm.
So, good luck with that.
well, I think Leva stepped away for a moment, but she said that she was going to hand the papers to you, Braxon,
Yeah.
to look at.
Right.
So
He can't read though.
you can't.
She would
read?
be translating it.
Well, then
Yeah.
give it to Ockar and he'll read it out too, Braxon.
Yeah, no, I mean she can just read it out to him. But you know enough about shipping to recognize that there are definitely peculiarities with this. You would guess that this was an.
Does this
Go ahead.
does this sound different from what we were discussing with the underwriter?
This is definitely different from what you understood the ship was supposed to be carrying.
Right. So it looks like either this ship might have been scuttled in order to defraud the insurance, or the ship wasn't scuttled and the company's not doing very well and trying to cover it up, and they have decided to take advantage of the attack by claiming there was more on the ship than there actually was. Perhaps the goods that were supposedly on the ship are being delivered somewhere else.
Could be.
Could be.
There's still one warehouse we haven't really looked into.
Well, I really don't know about looking through these warehouses. I know.
Oh yeah,
I know
that's probably not a good
Yeldin
idea, but
expressed concern about it, and we've had a near miss with this one. We could have got into a lot of trouble over that creature, but it looks like House Torlane was suspicious enough so that it looked like they were as suspicious as us. But I don't think we necessarily have enough to tip the balance.
we know they're practitioners of magic.
Well, loads of people are practitioners of magic. It's the only way you can move ships around.
Yeah.
There's was all the stuff that they said that was supposed to be on the manifest in the warehouse?
No, that's a good question. I didn't see.
We
I
didn't
was
see
in
any
the door.
foodstuffs.
I didn't see. I was in the door trying to keep the half-orc occupied. What did you guys see? What did everyone see?
All
So you go ahead and describe, what you recognized from the cases there, and while the numbers don't match up, definitely the same sorts of things were in the warehouse that were supposed to be on the ship.
And did he say before that like all of his stuff was destroyed? Like his stores? And he was in a lot of trouble?
Are
There's
you asking me?
another house.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
No, it was this guy. It was this guy. The
I
first.
thought it was Sora or something that lost.
Sora
I forgot
Calhane,
what house.
Yeah, Calhane, she lost a ship that, at least according to her, had a number of materials for, flintlocks, wheellocks, that sort of thing, bombards. So now Torlin claimed that as well.
Yeah, but Torlin is obviously not trustworthy anymore.
Wait, was there
Well,
more stuff than what was on that listing in the warehouse,
Um,
or less?
I think we've got three possibilities here.
well,
The first
well,
is
hold on. Let me answer that question because I was just doing some mental calculations. There is less in the warehouse than they said was on the ship, but not by a large amount.
I think we have three possibilities here. Firstly, there's the possibility that House Torlane already had stock on hand.
yeah.
We're not going to be able to prove that they didn't.
Yeah.
The second one is that the stock that was supposedly on the ship that got destroyed got taken off the ship, and the ship got loaded up with useless stuff, which we have a document here. The third possibility is that the Torlane ship stock is somewhere else, not brought to Brow yet, and that warehouse contains the stuff that was stolen from their House Calhane's ship. Now
Did
we
they have any
can't.
specific markings on the boxes saying which house they came from?
No, there were no house markings on that material.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to be able to prove that either way. Yeah, but if we can find more suspicious stuff and it does turn out to be the House Calhane's stuff in there, we'd get their reward without even going out on the ship. But I think we might need to go out on the ship because we're going to have to catch these people at it. And we seem to have made an enemy. I'm thinking that ship's going to come for us.
Yeah, but
Probably.
I'd rather have us not go out alone.
Well, we're going on an escort duty, aren't we?
Yeah, but that's a few days away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could go out earlier if you wanted.
Well, we could escort the ship in.
Yeah, we might end up having to do that.
Well, the ship,
This is
when it
just one
comes in, is
complicated
not
mess.
going to have a significant amount of material on board. So, I mean, you could certainly do that, but you would recognize that if someone wanted, if this was all a plot to destroy a house, I mean, yeah, they would lose a ship if it was attacked on the way in, but they wouldn't lose the cargo. Because she told you that the cargo was here, ready to be loaded up.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Right.
we should probably get ready for when it shows up to pick up the cargo and then go with it, because we have to make sure that the cargo gets out.
Let's
The ship
see if
itself is not as important as the cargo that needs to be delivered.
I wonder if we could talk to House Calhane and get them to put something on their cargo that will mark that it's come from them. Some sort of magical thing. So that if someone intercepts their cargo.
Hold on. All that stuff I was looking through, did I see any other guild houses seals or stamps or brandings on any of the crates or anything like that?
No, you did see that they were mostly marked the Smith's Coster, because they're the major like wholesalers of this type of thing. But that's standard. Basically, everyone who would buy from them would have that sort of mark on it.
Okay.
We bumped into them a while ago, didn't we? When they were bringing some stuff to Brow.
But to your knowledge, they haven't lost any ships.
No.
And it would be
But,
perfectly normal for any merchant who purchases some, bulk materials from them to have stuff with their marking on it.
I wonder if there's a way to identify specific guns.
I don't have the spell if you're referring to that wizard's mark.
Perhaps we should consider whether we want to go to talk to Sora Calhane tell her anything. I mean, we don't want to start a war between her and the other house. But certainly, it seems like she's been possibly misled about House Yelar.
That might be worth a shot. You could do that.
I mean, certainly. I mean,
Yeah.
Only if you think about it, what better way to allay suspicion than to have one of your ships get destroyed, and there's 3 of you, so it's obviously the third lot. And then you have them attack one of your rivals while you're stealing from them. But we don't know for sure, but something's definitely up.
We don't have enough evidence to make a decision on who's the one in charge of all this and who's involved. But the only idea we have is Torlane being involved in some way, but we won't know until we actually encounter the Scavver.
Yeah.
So my recommendation right now is that we wait until the day that we have to go and do this, and then once we take out the Scavver, we investigate it specifically, and if it has anything related to Torlane, then we have our lead.
Yeah, but if we're going to talk to Calhane before we go, we're going to have to talk to them.
Yeah, and mention our suspicions at least.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, if certainly Braxon crosses himself, not wanting to attempt anything, but if we were to get marooned or destroyed by the Scavver and nobody knows, then maybe they need to know.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, let's meet up with Calhane before the day and let them know our suspicions, so that they are on the same level as us.
We want to align ourselves with that house, then.
Well, she's the one that
Because
hired
they have been. Yeah, she's the one
hired
that
us.
hired us, and they've been on the up and up for this entire thing.
Yeah,
So far
and
as
we
you
could
know.
maybe.
So far as we know.
Yeah,
Well, I like to think that the person that hired us knows well enough not to cross a paladin.
But you're thinking about a great way to trick people and divert suspicion. Have one of your ships sunk. Well, another way would be to hire the people who are going to investigate the situation and, again, redirect suspicion elsewhere. Just saying.
That is true, but right now my character is more trustworthy of Calhane than Torlane because of what I detected.
Fair enough. So, is that what you guys want to do on day 6,
Yeah.
the next day?
Yeah, that's the plan. Just go and tell them.
Okay. Anyone else have any other thoughts that they want to add in?
Unless I can think of right now.
So to be honest, I don't trust any of the houses because I think they're all shady in their own way, but out
Well,
of character.
we might need to have a thought about communication between our ship and the House Calhane ship, and
How
what
do
we're going to
ships
do.
normally communicate between each other in this setting? They don't
Well,
have
signaling, but what courses of action we want to do. So we might want to sit down when the ship comes in with Sora Calhane and her captain of the other ship. For example, if Giant Scavver arrives, do we stay with their ship and fight together, or do we stay and attack the Scavver and tell their ship to run? Yeah, there's going to be how we handle that, because if we fight one pirate and then their ship goes off and gets attacked by 4 pirates, it might not.
we will have
get away with
to
it.
know how armed and how strong their ship is compared to ours. Because if their ship can handle well in a fight, then we may as well just have it stay with us and help us fight off the Scavver.
Well, that's something that you'll want to talk to her about.
That's what we're gonna do.
And I will say that basically, as far as I'm concerned, with the signaling, I just would allow you to, quote unquote, talk to the other ship.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna overcomplicate the situation. If you guys got signaling, then you can just talk to the other ship. I'm fine with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, for the other players, I would be trying to say this in character to a certain extent. I have ways of divining someone's alignments. You know, if they might be more favored towards evil actions or good actions. You know, is it worth me trying memorizing one of these spells?
Do
if you can
so.
convince them.
I would like you to do so.
Did Leva show us that document she found?
Yes.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we make copies of both of those and go to the underwriters?
Yeah, you can, if that's what you want to do, if you want to go talk to them.
Or we might want to leave it for later.
We might want to do that after the Calhain discussion.
Yeah.
So, Lafdul, you're thinking about memorizing no alignment?
I got 2 spells. I've got Detect Evil or / Good, you know, whatever variation I pick. And I've also got Analyze Balance. I'm looking...
I think the best barometer is to prepare the Detect Evil or Good.
Alright, well, keep in mind that you have to memorize one or the other.
Yeah, I'd probably... You'd have to convince this person to just stand there and let me cast them on them. If you'd have to come up with like a cover story, like, you know, if you're hiring us out, we just need to vet you out, so to speak, you know, before we tell you this information.
Or you could cast it while we're in conversation with a person while they're too busy to notice you.
I don't know if I could get away with that.
Yeah, generally you'd be noticed if you're actually in the conversation with them. Let me take a quick look.
It's under all for Detect Evil and Divination for Analyze Balance. I'm looking at Analyze Balances.
So the duration is 1 turn plus 5 rounds of level. The casting time is 1 round.
Yeah, so it would be very obvious that you're casting it, but at the same time, with that kind of duration, you're looking at 20 minutes right there. Because you're 2nd level, right, Priest?
Yeah.
So, you could literally cast it outside, and it would work when you went into a conversation, you know, and you know, into a meeting, provided that they didn't make you wait more than 20 minutes.
That's a good idea.
All right, so this is for the Detect Evil. What one should I do? Should I do both? Detect Evil and Detect Good? Well, that would contradict it.
No, you should do the Detect Evil.
All right, so as long as they're not evil,
then we're fine.
Yeah, I would not. I would say that you can't detect good and evil at the same time. So if you cast Detect Evil and then cast Detect Good, then
it would contradict.
Yeah, it would cancel out the first one that you cast.
All right, I'm getting rid of Darkness and changing it for Detect Evil for tonight.
Fun. Well, it'll tell us if Calhain's evil at least, or evil in Finland.
Yeah, if we're going to invest ourselves into them heavily.
Yeah, I mean, bear in mind that people might have, rich people might have things in their houses that detect spellcasters. There's probably people that go to people like that and try to charm them, to con them out their money. Sorry, Livy.
No, sorry, I interrupted. Couldn't I detect magic?
You could, but that would only detect magic. That wouldn't detect alignment or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
that's why there are specific spells for detecting alignment. Magic does not detect alignment.
But the thing is that what I was describing for Lafdul is that casting it before he goes in, then he's going in with the spell in effect, and and anything that he's looking at, he's detecting good or evil.
Right. Got you.
So he wouldn't, with the duration of 20 minutes, he wouldn't be casting it right in front of her.
Yeah.
Got ya. Yeah.
There's a difference between the detect evil wizard skill and the detect evil pre-skill, because the pre-skill lasts longer than the wizard spell does.
Got you.
They have different durations.
Anyway, before we go there, I think it would be worth making a copy of both documents.
Well, yeah, we were having Leva do that.
Well, you can basically make new copies that because it's two pieces of the same paper. It got ripped in half.
Yeah.
So you can make a full copy that has everything on it. But to a certain extent, with the copies, generally places would take that as evidence, not proof, because it's not the original, and you can't actually copy it like with a photocopier.
Yeah. But we could show.
We could show them the half that we have.
Well, and you can show them the half that you have, and show them the full document. But they might still say, we need a little bit more.
Oh, it's enough for them to give us their opinion as if we had the entire thing.
Sure.
Because that's what we need. We need at least their opinion as if it was a full document.
They can advise us, so give us a direction maybe, a bit more.
Detect evil. Character alignment, however, is revealed only under unusual circumstances. Characters who are strongly aligned, who do not stray from their faith, and who are of at least 9th level might radiate evil if intent upon appropriate actions.
It's still one of those things that's good to have just in case.
Yeah, but it functions basically like your detect evil ability. Detect evil intent.
It's better than nothing, and it would look weird to have the paladin just staring intently.
Sure. I'm just pointing out that if you encounter someone and you use this, they may not detect as evil, even though they are evil, because they're not actively having evil intent and everything like that.
We give them something to think about. That would make them show their thoughts, so to speak. If Lafdul obviously knows the spell intrinsically, so he knows how it could work.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it wouldn't. If you use this on Sora Calhane, it wouldn't necessarily tell you whether she's evil or not.
Yeah, and she might have some sort of wards that cancel spells.
We will see. If she does, it'll cancel the spell. If not, then it won't.
Analyze balance, on the other hand, it wouldn't tell you whether she's evil, but it would you'd be able to figure out pretty quickly whether she was good or evil.
True. Maybe you have that prepared instead.
Yeah, I was looking. I never got a chance to properly read the spell, what it does. It's alignment further away from training. Oh.
So I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I'll take analyze balance.
Problem with that is that it is.
I've got the material thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it would.
Oh yeah, I've got to flip them. Tosses the coins while in the hand while concentrating. So you're gonna make me do a dexterity check every few seconds.
Hold on a second. I'm actually double checking this because it's got a pretty long duration. Not as long as Detect Evil, but it also needs to be
now and
cast
again
on someone or a thing.
or 10-foot square.
Yeah, but that would be
then
objects.
cast it on an
That
area.
would be objects. So that would work on like intelligent objects. Yeah, it would be very obvious that you're casting that spell. You'd have to do it in the room with her. So those are your options.
I don't know. In all honesty. Has anyone in the party got an input? So I am a bit lost. What?
Magic is not my specialty.
I was more trying to work out whether we should go to speak to the house rather than how to detect whether they were evil.
Yeah, it's just an insurance thing. That's the only reason I'm doing it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is if we basically turn over every house trying to look for something dodgy, we're going to end up with 3 enemies.
Well, I think there's more houses than just 3.
I know, but we want to get paid.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Braxon on this one.
We can't. We've gone and investigated your creature in the warehouse, and that nearly got us into a lot of trouble. We could have ended up working on a farm on the underside, like the leader of the house was saying, and he's probably going to be against us. Now, if we can find something against his house, and we can prove his house was up to no good, that'll get him away from us.
For now,
if
let's just talk with the guy with the woman person that's hiring us.
Yeah.
Tell her what we found and all that stuff, and then we'll work out what we do from there.
We can see,
deal with the Scavver that we're hired to deal with.
yeah, we can see how she reacts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we give her something to think about and stuff, then that might reveal it onto the detective, or it might do,
Well,
might not.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a chat about what we want to reveal to her, because we sort of kind of revealed a lot to the watch, and I don't know whether we in hindsight we would have wanted to have revealed all that to the watch. Now, if we reveal stuff about House Torlane, we could end up causing a war between the 2 houses. So, I'm like, is this something we want to do? Let's have a think about what we want to say, how much we want to say.
I'd rather not lie to our employer about what we found.
Yeah, I don't want to lie to her either. But
Lafdul.
we can't say we've found more than we have found. So we've got to sort of work out what we have discovered and what we haven't.
We discovered that they weren't completely honest with us about what they had on their ship
Yeah.
when it got sunk, and that their crew was not exactly on tip-top state, and it looks suspicious, but we have no definitive proof.
Yeah.
And their Spelljammer person.
Was not the standard person.
Yeah, left the ship,
Yeah.
which would normally not be the case in something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's almost as if they got off the helm before the ship was attacked.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we'll tell her that, and I think we have a good idea of what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
Lafdul, couldn't you cast the detect balance thing while hiding in the shadows?
You would have to
some coins
sneak,
up in the air.
You would have to sneak your way through there, through the house, to where we're meeting her, without being found out.
I've got to be within 10 feet of her as well.
And that would kind of reveal to everybody that you're a thief.
Well, not. I'm just hiding in the shadows. I'm like lurking around. I'm not.
Not a
doing
thief, a
any-
treasure hunter.
Okay, Locke.
Yeah, I was like that. It's a Final Fantasy VI reference.
It would, yeah,
Whatever
it
you
would
say,
not
Locke.
be. It would not be possible. I mean, you wouldn't be able to hide in shadows and toss 5 or whatever, however many iron coins it was.
4
4
coins.
coins in the air.
I don't know how I've managed to toss 4 coins in the air constantly.
It's just for the casting. It's just you start out tossing them for the casting duration, and then once that's done, then you continue with the spell. You don't have to do it for the whole 7 minutes or 10 minutes or however long the spell ends up lasting for you.
I'll just do the standard detective just before we go in.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to do anything this evening, or are they gonna just retire for the night?
I'm just getting drunk and heading home.
Do we need to do anything with the ship?
Are you allowed to be drunk as a paladin?
Drinking is not forbidden.
Yeah, but you would
Getting
still
wasted
probably not want to get
is,
drunk.
Okay, I'll have at least three drinks and then head out.
You have a good time.
I have a good time, not get drunk.
Does he have to roll a constitution check to see if he goes too far?
No,
Who would that be for a
I know
bomb
my
paladin,
limits.
rather?
God damn it.
So you're not staying at the inn with the rest of the.
He doesn't. He lives on
Oh,
bro.
I understand.
I live with my parents.
I'm just checking.
Yeah. You can have somebody attack me.
How old are you, Ockar?
It's a good thing I walk around always in my armor and stuff, in case I ever get attacked.
People don't make a habit of attacking paladins in public viewing. That'll bring their entire temple on them.
Surely Ockar would live in a longhouse with his extended family.
That's where he lives.
Yeah.
Current longhouse is Umbral.
He
How
lives
old-
with his entire family, basically.
How old is Ockar?
I'm
Yeah.
in my 20s. I'm 21.
Okay.
He still lives with his parents because he still kind of works for them as a side job.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna head back to your home that evening.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of
Oops, I didn't mean to click that.
kind of
I was meant to click on
route are you
cast
gonna
a off ticking it, and I clicked on initiative.
What were you trying to say, Ald?
What route are you taking?
Well, I guess the normal route I usually take to get to the house/forge place, I guess usually has other people on there.
So shortcuts through alleys, that sort of thing?
I don't usually take shortcuts through alleys.
All right, so you're sticking to the main roads.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, on your way home that evening, let's see, where is your home gonna be?
Wherever the other Norse people live.
Yeah, I'm thinking for a second. Let me pull out my map for a second and see where the best place for this is. Where is my map? There it is. All right. Okay. Oh, I think there's a Temple of Odin, so it'd probably be around there. Let's see, where exactly is that going to be?
He took us up this sort of area before.
Well, that's where all the regular temples are, but that's not where the Temple of Odin
Well, it's
is.
not slightly over to the left a bit, over there.
Temple of Odin. No, Temple of Odin. I'm not talking about the Temple of Tyr. I'm talking about the Temple of Odin's, and that's right there.
Oh.
It's that yellow building.
Yeah.
There. So, you probably live down in that area.
Yeah.
And let's see.
Doesn't he have direct view to the warehouses from there?
Well, that's the Temple of Odin. He doesn't actually live in that building, but he lives in those.
I live in the district.
Yeah, like this. Somewhere around the bounds of this area, kind of thing. So, yeah, you get down to this street. It's not a street that means anything to you. Anything more than living here. It would mean something to the rest of the party, since that's where they saved the gem merchant oh so long ago at this point. That is Eel Street, and as you turn down it, at this point it is getting rather late, since you guys were, you had your meal, you had a few drinks. and you discussed your plans going forward late into the night. But turning down that street, you are confronted by a rather large number of thugs. And one of them says, "Oi, you look like the one we've been looking for." He's got a large club of some sort. He's kind of slapping it against his palm slowly. "All right, boys, this is the one we want. Let's get him."
I'm gonna place my hand on my palm and ask, "Are you sure you really want to do this?" As I give them a death glare.
"Oh, aye, we do." And they rush at you.
Remember what I said? We shouldn't travel alone.
I'm trying to intimidate them if I can.
You don't have the intimidation proficiency.
I'll try to get that later.
And there are a lot of them.
Well, I'm going to attempt to fight. Well, I'm going to attempt to fight them. Then, if it doesn't go well, I'm going to run.
Would you know if doing such an action is stupid? I mean, if you're going up against 10 people or what?
There are 8 of them.
I'm going to give it my best shot, at least.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Good luck, son.
It was good knowing you, Ockar.
But I'm strategic enough to know if it doesn't go well, I'm allowed to escape.
Oh, yeah.
If you can, against 8 free attacks.
So there's 4 in front of you and 4 come out behind you. It's 8. If you decided that you wanted to push through them, I would certainly allow you to do so. You would get attacks of opportunity against you. But
is there any alleys nearby I could run down?
Yeah, but I mean, basically, no matter what way you decide to go, if you decide to run, you're going to take 2 attacks of opportunity, as you have to break through between 2 people.
Well, for now, I'm going to attempt my best to fight through to get past them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative.
You're rolling them as one, are you?
2 groups. I'm rolling them as...
Not 8 attacks, then.
I rolled pretty well.
So Ockar, slayer of thugs.
And they did
Hey, they attacked me. I'm allowed to defend myself.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I meant you earn a reputation of no one messes with Ockar.
All right, one group has clubs, so they are moving there, and the other group has short swords.
Ooh, edged weapons.
And
10 to kill.
they got that. All right.
So which group is in my way of getting home?
Well, you would take attacks of opportunity. I mean, regardless of who you broke through, unless there
I'm not breaking through yet. I'm going for the group that's blocking my way to attack them.
Basically, you would just say, I'm going to break through, and I'm going to go through the guys with short swords, or I'm going to go through the guys with clubs. It doesn't matter. There are enough alleys around here that you can weave around to either your home or a safe haven, like the Temple of Odin.
Oh, which do more damage, short swords or clubs?
They do about the same.
I guess I can attempt to break through the guys with clubs while attacking as I try to go through. If I can move and attack, right?
You could attack one, but you'd still take the attacks of opportunity.
I don't mind taking the attacks of opportunity.
Okay, so you're basically going
He has like a super low AC after all.
My AC is 2.
So you're basically going to try to
Yeah.
push through and
anyone
make an attack and then run?
Yeah.
Wait, is that AC due to a shield too? Because you can.
I
only
have the
block
shield
so many-
with me.
it
You
only
can only
affects you from
block so
certain
many
angles.
attacks with a shield. Depending
Well,
on the
even
shield.
without that, I have a 3.
Yeah, medium shields are actually pretty good. You can basically block any frontal attacks, but that's frontal or side attacks.
Yeah, and that's how I'm going through
You're
this.
gonna
so-
get surrounded though, so.
All right, so you're gonna make one attack and then push through, just to confirm.
Yes.
Okay. All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Roll 1d20.
I wonder if we should place bets.
That's a hit.
Are these guys? Okay. 28 plus 2. It's still damage.
All right, you slash your sword at one of the guys as you rush at him. You get a good gash across his chest, through his leather armor, but and he's bleeding, but he's not dead.
Well, I wasn't playing to kill him. I was playing on, like, attacking to get through, basically.
All right, so you're pushing your way through, just like kind of holding your shield up, and they're going to attack. And they are unable to get through your armor as you push your way through. So you're just gonna book it, haul ass out of here.
Yeah, trying to get home.
She's tanking through.
Okay.
Oh, good. You're not going to end up like Ned Stark.
They haven't got spears.
So do you want to go to your house, or do you want to go to like the Temple of Odin?
I'm gonna go to the Temple of Odin.
Okay. You push your way through.
Or do you want to come back to us?
And rush down an alley, and they begin to pursue. I'm only going to let them get 2 attacks on you as they chase after you. One of them misses, but you feel one of the clubs come down on the back of your head.
It's a good thing I have 22 HP.
Do you have a helmet?
Yes.
All right.
I'm wearing a helmet.
That's good. That'll save you from the crit that I just rolled.
Oh!
Yeah, so I was thinking you rolled a 2.
Yeah, I wear a helmet. It's part of my outfit.
Let's see. Where is that chart? I haven't used the crit rules in a while, and I
Please,
put
you
that
can
thing
still
away.
get stunned or concussioned, which will prevent you from running. So.
Helmets basically protect against most of the major head crit effects, assuming that they hit. Actually, I should probably not have said that as because I didn't roll for the location. Oh well. All right, go ahead and give me a saving throw versus death.
Okay.
That'll have.
I get a +2 to all my saves. So versus death, that is. I'm looking for that. Is that with the other
PPDM, poison, paralysis, death magic.
target 14 +2? So that means my target is 16.
No. Just roll 1d20 plus 2, and you want to get above 14.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see. This is going to.
That's where he gets hamstrung by the one guy.
Okay, it was going at your head, but it actually hits you in the back. Where is that chart?
A good thing it wasn't his leg, otherwise he might have been stopped.
Why did I put that thing away?
I'm strategic enough to know when I have to retreat. I'm not level stupid.
That's what I would have done. I would have tried to bash through or climb up a wall or something.
Yeah, last
Well, I'm the only one that can climb a wall easily.
Anyone can try to climb a wall.
I'm not trying that. I'm in heavy armor.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Well, whoever has the magic rope can easily get up the wall too.
It's got a duration to do that, though, isn't it?
You can command the rope to climb up, so that will be your action.
I'll say I would have stayed and fought all of them if I had Higgimus with me. If I had either Higgimus or Braxon alongside me, I would have fought all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you weren't
you're
alone.
a fucking paladin, of course you would.
You could come back and get us.
Well, my plan is to get to somewhere safe where I can, right now, heal up a bit.
Yeah.
And the temple is the safest place for a paladin.
I found what I did with the chart. I was not expecting.
It might not be my faith, but I know that they won't let me get killed.
Yeah, no temple will, generally speaking. Well, good temples anyway. Ones that don't oppose paladins.
Now, if I was at least one level higher, I probably would have gotten all ham on them.
Okay, you take 6 points of damage.
Anything else?
Did he get clubbed or sword?
And the pain causes you to this hit on your back is quite painful, and it just sends shocks down to your legs, and you can't move as fast.
Yeah.
Of course.
The one thing you don't want to happen to you when you're running.
Well,
But can I still attempt to get away from them?
yes, you can still attempt to get away, but they now can run faster than you, because you can only move at half your speed.
Well, yeah, I'll try to get away, and if they come closer, I'll slash at them to try to fend them off.
Okay. So go ahead and roll initiative again.
Should I roll for my sword?
Yeah, if you're gonna try to slash at them as they get close to you, kind of thing, as you keep running.
The Temple of Odin's not that far away, right?
Isn't there a chance you'll trip up if you're back walking?
So basically now he's stuck in a fighting retreat.
Hey, it's not the
Because
worst
they
thing that
can't-
could happen. I just wasn't expecting a crit.
I wasn't expecting
Yeah.
a crit either.
But yeah, I
I
rolled.
was expecting you might get hit, but
I rolled an 8 again.
what was the
Wow.
effect that he had though?
Struck.
It's-
Well, that's
so
descriptive.
yeah. Penalties remain until Cure Light Wounds or similar spells capable of healing at least 5 hit points of damage is applied. Heals normally as hit points loss of 2d6. And the specific effect is shield damage, torso struck, half move, but since it was against your back, I'm waiving shield damage.
Cool.
Would lay on hands count as the heal?
It would, but
No,
he's
let's
second
see.
level, so it does 4.
Oh. Darn,
Not
just
quite
1 point
enough.
off.
But he's going to the Temple of Odin.
I'm going to a place of healers.
All right, so at the same time as
Odin, the all
you are, as you go, the guys with the clubs are closing in, and they're making their attacks on you at the same time.
So can I roll to attack them as they get close?
Yeah, so go ahead and roll to attack.
That's basically a ready action.
It's a shit. I've just realised something. He's the one character that doesn't have to whistle.
I guess even with Thaco 18 and 8 when it hit.
Yeah, that's a miss.
That would be a 10 actually, because you forgot to add the plus
Yeah, with a
2.
10, that wouldn't do anything. Unless they have really bad AC.
Well, they have leather armor, so it's not the best AC.
It's a standard.
All right. The guys with the clubs move in, and you take 2 more hits. For a total of 3 points of damage.
Okay, how long would it take me to get to the Temple of Odin even with these guys on me?
You're basically rounding the corner onto the street that it's on right now.
Okay, so next turn I can get there?
Well, they wouldn't chase you into a temple. I doubt it.
If they're stupid, they will.
Well, you know.
Yeah, but then they'll have a bunch of clerics of Odin with me.
All right, the guys with the short swords, realizing where you are, that you're now on the main thoroughfare, they're basically breaking off and trying to fade into the darkness. Go ahead and roll initiative one more time.
Okay, give me a second. I have to click on my token each time.
You're still going.
Actually, no, I got that wrong. They're at 12.
Oh, so I go a bit before them.
So you can make it before.
So I'm going to do a slash at... the one that's injured is part of this group, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to slash at that guy before I make a run for the temple.
Okay.
So...
Try and grab a corpse.
And that's a Thaco 18, so does that hit? That would be technically a 13.
Yes. That does hit.
Yeah, because a 12 hit earlier. Oh wait, no, that was whatever.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
I am.
Ooh.
All right, the one that you hit
Ow.
earlier moves in to try to club you again, and despite the pain in your back, you're faster than him, and your sword just slices right across his neck, and he reaches up, grabs at his throat, gurgles a little bit, and collapses to the ground. Seeing their companion go down, and seeing that you're making for a temple. The rest of the thugs kind of, stop up and immediately turn tail and flee away.
Okay, so I'm gonna run into the temple and announce, "Priest of Odin, help me!"
Yeah.
One of the priests, he's a younger fellow. He sees what's going on and and recognizes your symbol of Tyr, and says, "By the Allfather, what has happened?" He runs over and
These thugs, they attacked me. They ambushed me on Eel Street. I was just barely able to take one of them out while they chased me here.
"Oh Lord, I'll send one of the acolytes for the guards." He waves to a young man over in the corner who is appears to be cleaning up the place before going to bed, and
Looks very sad.
They hurt me. They injured my back some, so it took me a bit longer than I expected to get here.
"Oh yes. Let me take care of that." As the young man dashes out into the street.
They're armed with short swords and clubs, so...
He puts his hands on you and mutters a prayer to Odin, and you are healed for 6 points of damage.
Which gets rid of your crippled condition.
And I'll use Lay on Hands to heal the last 4.
Okay.
And I thank him for his aid and ask if I can stay here until I'm sure it's safe.
Oh, of course. We will certainly need to have the guards look into this as well. About 15 minutes later...
Can I make sure that the body of the thug that I died doesn't go anywhere?
The priest is going to advise against going out, but if you insist on doing so, you can.
Yeah, just bring it by to the temple so that the guard will have one of the people that attacked me and know what happened.
Okay, as you go out,
if they'll allow me.
You realize that the body is gone.
Okay, so then I head back in.
All right. There is blood on the ground, though.
Yeah, so I'm going to wait for the guard to show up, tell them what happened to me, and try to describe my assailants as best I can.
Okay, unfortunately, it is dark, and you have had a few drinks. Your descriptions basically amount to humans in leather
guys
armor
in dark
with
clothing.
short swords and clubs.
Yeah.
But you do say that you killed one, and the guards nod. One of them says, Aye, we saw the bloodstain when we came. Have you been into anything recently that might cause this?"
I imagine... Well, I was at the guards doing investigation at a Torlane warehouse, but and the guy in charge of the Torlane house cast a spell on one of my friends, but the only person I can imagine that would want me dead would be that guy.
Oh, yeah, well, that is... We'll definitely make a note of that. It is worrisome if one of the houses wants you dead. They oftentimes have the money to hire people. But we'll definitely take this down and get someone to look into it. Are you going to be here for the next few days?
Well, in a few days I'm going to have to go on a ship to protect...
he means over the next few days. Like, he's assuming that you're staying here.
Oh, at the church?
Yeah.
No, I have for tonight I'm staying at the church, but I have a house nearby that I live at. And I'm going to give him the address of where I live.
Okay, you might want to also mention the inn and the rest of the party.
Yeah, and the inn where I stay with where I was hanging out with my friends until I decided to head home.
All right, if we are able to discover anything, we'll definitely let you know.
Thank you, sir.
And they head on out and head back to the guards.
Do they react differently because he's a paladin?
I would mention by the paladin.
I mean, they would know if he's a paladin.
Yeah.
No,
you're displaying colors, so
you can't just look at someone and know that they're a paladin.
Well, if I mentioned it,
you can mention that you're a paladin.
Yeah.
There was a look of surprise on their face, but to a certain extent, that kind of answers the question of how you survived to them.
Yeah, I'm able to defend myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna save the temple for the night because I don't trust the streets right now.
Yeah. Might be a good idea. All right, next day. The rest of the party has no idea that any of this has happened. Are you gonna head back to the inn in the morning?